The rave scene in the United States. Chapter 1. Rave events and venues in the U.S. The United States rave scene. Large parties are expensive to set up and more difficult to promote. The United States rave scene started with disco in the 1970s. I was listening to a college radio station in the 1980s and there was a show for EDM/electronic dance music. I listened to it several times. It was computer-generated and instrumental dance music without lyrics. EDM was the foundation of rave culture, long pulsating tracks with a strong beat. The DJs got into it just like the disco era. Ian Dury and the Blockheads put out a song in 1977 called Sex and Drugs and Rock and Roll. Rave is just the modern-day word for the free exploration of life, usually by young people pursuing drugs to get high, sexual promiscuity and hedonism, which is pleasure and fun. I was able to live a free-spirited lifestyle as a young man, but the economy is so bad now that young are desperately worried about paying basic bills. When I was young, everything was cheap, jobs were easy to come by. I earned a good living working part-time and seasonal jobs. I think that's gone in today's world. Young people are working hard to pay bills. There isn't much room for fun and exploration anymore. Online interaction is not real life. We have moved from a real-life society where people go out to socialize to a society where most people are online. I was just at a soccer field. There was me and one other guy there. He's on his cell phone. I see them on their phones everywhere. It's a crutch to make it look like you're busy and/or important. The Studio 54 vibe was real at one time, all kinds of different people going to socialize and have fun. Rave culture now follows a business model. It's mostly underground because the local cops and the DEA see it as an easy score to get a few drug dealers. Every local place in the United States has laws for when bars must close, which is usually around 2 a.m. Many raves don't start until 8 o'clock. It's another law that was made to be broken. Many people want to party all night long. Many people are complainers. You need a rave at least 1,000 feet away from any residence because if it's not, somebody is going to call the cops about too much noise. A noise complaint gives cops the right to go open season on the people if they want. Cops live on busting people. All their busts are tabulated on their personal evaluation reports. If a cop can bust a drug dealer or two, it looks good on him or her. It doesn't matter that they're busting some kid selling a bit of dope to fund his dope habit. The world we live in is not conducive to an easygoing partying scene because it's based on economic uncertainty, capitalism, fear, and mental illness. When I was a kid, the idea was to suck up your hardships and move ahead. Now, it's cool to be a mentally ill wimp. People are scared of life and can't afford partying much anyway because the economy is hard. Some young people feel a craving for freedom and fun despite all this, so partying lives on. House music is homemade party music created by a DJ. Some people say Chicago is the birthplace of house music, which grew into electronic dance music. The birthplace of rave has been credited to New York City. Frankie Bones, a British DJ, went to New York City in the 1990s and started producing storm raves. In the 1990s, San Diego held raves on Indian reservations and ski resorts during the summer months. The Right to Dance movement was a nonviolent protest held in San Diego and later in Los Angeles. Los Angeles and San Francisco are big nightlife cities. They started with parties in outdoor fields, airplane hangars, warehouses, and parks. By the end of 1994, EDM emerged on the scene. Raves grew in popularity until some parents, politicians, and cops condemned them publicly for illicit drug usage, particularly ecstasy. The anti-drug movement is strong. On April 30, 2003, the U.S. Congress passed the Illicit Drug Anti-Proliferation Act, named the Rave Act. It slowed the rave scene down. In the early 2000s, rave event promoter companies like Go Ventures and Insomniac held rave events like Monster Massive, Together as One and the Electric Daisy Carnival. Approximately 185,000 people attended the Electric Daisy Carnival in 2010. A 15-year-old girl, Sasha Rodriguez, overdosed and died, bring more negative attention to the rave scene. EDC's founder Pascal Rotella supposedly bribed Todd DeStefano, the LA Coliseum event manager, the location of the EDC, which moved to Las Vegas. Seattle is a music city. It held many raves over the years. Seattle, Oregon, and San Francisco and Los Angeles are considered West Coast rave culture. The Electric Daisy Carnival in Las Vegas drew more than 300,000 fans over 3 days in the summer of 2012. Ultra Music Festival in Miami drew 150,000 fans over 3 days in 2012. The big cities like New York, Detroit, Chicago, etc. were holding raves in 2012. Raves are in limbo now. They still have them, but they don't attract huge crowds, both because law enforcement frowns on them and the economy is so bad compared to what it used to be like.